Hello YouTube. This is my first ever video and foray into documenting a weight loss journey on YouTube, so just please forgive me. I do suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome, which means you sleep a huge amount. It does blight your life, but it also makes you slightly remiss sometimes. So you're talking about something, you'll completely lose your thread. And then just think, oh, what was I just talking about? So if I seem to just sort of go off on a complete tangent, please forgive me. And also I'm new at this, so I've never done it before. Anyway, I have been referred to the Tier 3 weight loss management appointment. So basically I'm somebody that's got type 2 diabetes. Obviously I've just told you about chronic fatigue, where you just sleep your life away, and because of the chronic fatigue I can't get out and exercise, so it's a little bit of a vicious circle. But basically what I'm wanting to do is just to sort of reach out to perhaps other people maybe in a similar situation, that, you know, to be honest, I don't know anybody that probably doesn't have type 2 diabetes these days. I also have something called Addison's disease. I'll pop a link up in the corner there somewhere, just explaining what Addison's disease is, because it's something that is quite rare but really does need to be promoted, because there's not enough awareness of Addison's disease as it is. Anyway, so for the past year or so, I've been trying to get help with my weight, because you know, if you don't exercise and you eat, then you're just going to end up being big, which is what I am. I have had problems with trying to get referred because of my BMI. I've been told that I'm not big enough, but I also do have the diabetes, which is a comorbidity. So that is one of the criteria for referral. And for some reason they've sort of sent a letter off to the weight management service, and I've managed to get an appointment in a few weeks, which I'm really, really pleased about. Now, I don't know whether this is going to lead to weight loss surgery, and to be very honest with you, I'm just like, do I really want to go down that path? Because it does scare the bejesus out of you. It really, really does. There is a Facebook group which I've been sort of looking on, seeing how people's journeys have sort of turned out. You know, they've been on this tier 3 for perhaps about sort of 2 years, because I think you get dietitians, you also get sort of psychological involvement to find out why you eat like you do. I like biscuits, what can I say? But I suppose in all seriousness, it's not really a joke. It is something that needs to be addressed, and I'm just sort of wondering if anybody else out there has got Addison's disease and they have to take steroids every day basically just to live. You know, and you've got chronic fatigue and diabetes, and what were your experiences, you know, with the actual sort of pathway of treatment? What was expected of you? How did you do? You should just leave everything in the comments. But as I say, I think the most important thing really is for me just to get my weight down, because I'm sure with spiking blood sugars, that causes exhaustion, and I'm not expecting any miracles. I'm quite well aware that if I go into this, yeah, you could probably lose weight, and that is obviously the help that I need. But I don't want to go in with all these expectations, because I'm the only person that can help myself. But in the limited, you know, situation that I'm in at the moment, I'm sure that any sort of help is I'd be more than grateful for. So my purpose on this is, at first, I've seen all these videos on YouTube about people that have done weight loss surgery and whatever, and they look fantastic. Some of them scare the life out of you by saying, oh, I shouldn't have had this done and I regret having this done and that done. Well, fair enough. There are massive risks involved in having weight loss surgery, but obviously there are a lot of benefits to it as well. I would love to be able to just, not feel so tired every day, perhaps get my life back. And I haven't worked now for about 5 years because of all the various things, but I think little by little these problems need sorting out, and that is my aim. But I would just love to walk into a normal shop, pick up like a size 14, and that's UK sizes for all our American friends that might be looking in on this video, and just sort of, wearing boots and things like that you could just fit on without them being too tight around your calves. Just silly things like that, but that is just, that's a bonus of having the weight loss surgery. But I think it's getting your head sorted, making sure that you're in the right place psychologically, because you can just imagine after having all that done, from what I've seen, you really get this craving for a certain food. You want chocolate or biscuits or something like that, and you cannot eat it. There is no way that you can eat that, because it's going to make you either very ill, and to be honest, why would you go through that sort of level of intense pain and difficulty, because at first you're so restricted, there's not an awful lot of food that you can get into your body, you're lacking vitamins and things like that. It's hard. I have done all my research on it, and I just think that there'd just be no point for me to go through that just to start eating rubbish again. You've literally got to be focused on it 100%, and it's for the rest of your life. And obviously I'm sort of 46, so I don't want to spend all my time sleeping and being quite sort of, quite restricted from doing certain things. If me and my husband go out, I have to make sure that I plan. It's a logistical nightmare, so I have to plan everything sort of in advance, just to make sure that psychologically I can prepare my brain for it. And then we'll go out, and if perhaps it's a day where I'm so tired, my attitude towards it is, okay, I've been out for some fresh air, and that's a good thing, but you shouldn't have to really lead your life like that. So this is why I'm going into this journey. So I'm just sort of reaching out to everybody in YouTube land, just to see if there's anybody perhaps, similar in the same situation. I have to take steroids every day anyway because of my Addison's disease. As I said, I'll see if I can pop a link up there and you can read what it's about. And then it's just something that I'd like to hear any of your comments, just to see if you've been through it in sort of reasonably the same situation, even if you've got chronic fatigue syndrome. If you've had sort of weight loss surgery, or you've had like intervention to help you deal with this, then please let me know, because it's just interesting just to see what anybody else thinks. So I am going to leave this here at the moment. If I've got anything to add, then I will add to it a bit later. But as I say, my brain's going off on a tangent now, so I just end up talking utter rubbish. And that's not what you want. So thank you for taking the time just to look at this. And then hopefully I'll get to answer any of your questions that you put down the bottom there. Thanks very much, and I shall speak to you all soon. Cheers, bye.